And now we move on where we'll focus, I would think, first of all on David and then Rob, and then we'll hear from Brian about an Irish banker, guys. Now, famous last words. Which Irish horse, in your opinion, won't get beat? So, and we want you to maybe go a bit with your heart as opposed to your head here, David.
Oh, God. Look, I think the Irish team is obviously as strong as it has been in the last couple of years, if not stronger. I do think Galopin Des Champs will win the Gold Cup. He's skimpy at the moment. You're talking about 5-4, 11-8, but he's everything you want in a Gold Cup course. They've changed the way he's been ridden this season with more restraint, and everything is more streamlined. You know, he's neat and tidy over his fences. He's not exuberant. To me, he's just better than what he's running against in the Gold Cup. So he'd be the one for me. I think he's the one that, coming away from Cheltenham, I'd be disappointed if he runs his race and he's beaten. I'd be disappointed if Galopin Des Champs doesn't win, Gordon.
Galopin Des Champs then, disappointed if he doesn't win, according to David Jennings. Rob, what about you? Same question.
Yeah, Gordon, I actually have one here at a price that I really, really fancy. A Dream to Share that obviously won at the Dublin Racing Festival. The bumper horse, you know, that's a bumper that has produced sort of winners in the past. Obviously, Factuel Vega and Envoy Allen both won that race before going on to win at Cheltenham. Kilcrut won it. He was obviously second and was the favourite for the bumper that year too. And I think the fact that it beat a JP horse and JP has since bought it, I think that could be a big tip in itself. I think you're getting about 5-1 for that horse now. I think I'll be having a decent bet on that now on the day.
Brian, although you're based across in England now, what would you say would be an Irish banker?
Well, obviously you can look at all the Willie Mullins hot pots through the first day. You got Factuel Vega and El Fabiolo, but a horse that Gellard de Menil in the National Hunt Chase, I just think even money about a horse that's been to the festival, jumped around in the Royal and Sun Alliance, not finishing very far behind a high senior. If you're thinking he's a Gold Cup horse, this horse is second season novice. For me, like something like that. I mean, you can go on these podcasts and tip the odds on shot, but at even money, surely he's massive value because he's been there and he's done it. Because like punters need to realize, like, it's all well and good horses showing form at other tracks, but when you're looking to gamble on horses at Cheltenham, you want to have them to be there and done it, because quite often than not, a lot of horses will not take to the occasion. Like, they have to go there and know that the razzmatazz isn't going to boil them over, because a lot of these horses could run the race before the tapes go back. And I just think at even money, a horse like that, who's been there, he's done it, and he's a second season novice, stay in race, I think he's a massive price at that.
So just recapping this segment. So David, Galopin Des Champs for you?
Yeah, I think Galopin Des Champs win the Gold Cup. Just one other one I want to mention who I think I'll be very disappointed if she's beaten, should I say, Allegory de Vassy in the Mare's Chase. It looks a match between Allegory de Vassy and Impervious, and I think she's just a different species. She's massive. She's a gorgeous looking mare. She's the type of mare now I could see winning 3 or 4 Mare's Chases in a row. I just think she's different class, Allegory de Vassy in the Mare's Chase.
And Rob, a Dream to Spare, did you say? A Dream to Share rather in the bumper?
A Dream to Share, Gordon, yeah. And I think, look, it'd be a magnificent story. Obviously, John Gleeson's going to be riding it. He's only 18. You know, it's the horses, obviously, as I said, was bought by JP recently off Brian Gleeson, who's would be well known and obviously on TV and stuff. So I just think it'd be an absolutely brilliant story and be a great way to end day two.
And Brian, repeat yours, please.
Is it Gellard de Menil in the National Hunt Chase?
There you are. That's the lads there talking about an Irish banker, an Irish horse that they can't see being beat. And then just how dominant, starting with you for a change, Rob, how dominant do you think the Irish will be? Is the Prestbury Cup, is it already making its way back across to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at this and you look at Willie Mullins and the ammunition that he has. Like, I mean, you could see him having more winners than last year. I think you could see him having 11 or 12 winners this year. You really could. He has that strong a team. Obviously, Henry's going to be there as well. Gordon's going to have a big team. I mean, I think you're probably looking at, what would you say? There's 28 races. I think you're maybe looking at 16, 17, something like that. It's the Irish.
Yeah. David, would you like to predict the score? Was it 18-10 last year or something like that?
18-10 last year. Yeah, it was. And it was 3-0, of course, wasn't it? After 3 races to the home team last year. I actually think they might do slightly better this year. My guess would be maybe 16-12. I just think Nicky's team going in there, like he's got Constitution Hill, so it's 1-0 already, basically. So you've one on the board, you've Constitution Hill, you've John Bond, Lucia, like Hermes Allen has a massive chance in the Ballymore for Paul Nicholls. I think it could be a little bit closer than recent years. I'm going to go for 16-12, Gordon.
And finally, you, Mr. Hughes, how do you see it going? Are you going to predict
I think
the
they
score?
should just leave that. I just think they should leave that trophy in Ireland. There's no point in paying Ryanair to bring it across. I just think they should leave it there.
Yeah, and not just for this year. I think it could stay there for a year or two as well.
Well, you look at the Dublin Racing Festival and it's an abundance of talent Willie Mullins has, and obviously Gordon Elliott's a big team, and Henry de Bromhead has a lot of nice horses. So I mean, years ago when the good horses used to be shipped to England, they're all staying in Ireland now, and you can tell.